Well, the Walnut Grove plantation dates back to the Revolutionary War, and now there is an untold story that is being shared with the upstate. We are joined by a few of the folks to shed some light on this hidden history of the site. We're joined by Thomas, Martha, and Lauren to tell us a bit more about that. Thank you all so much for joining us here on YC. We appreciate that. Lauren, let's start with you about a little bit of the history. People know about Walnut Grove Plantation, but give us a little historical context of that site.
Sure. So the home was one of the first homes settled in Spartanburg County in the 1760s, and it was by the Moore family, and it's now the oldest home remaining in Spartanburg County. And the Moore family, their descendants lived there for generations. And I was contacted by my friend over here,
Mr. Thomas.
Yes, that he had some connection to the land there, and we're really excited I was excited to hear that story and then be able to connect it to the story that we were already telling.
I think this is wonderful. I mean, give a shout out to the Post and Courier for the story they did on this, which was fantastic. We have some pictures of that historic site, but as we were showing those, Thomas, tell us a little bit about, you would go there as a child to Walnut Grove and you would tell your classmates, my family lived here.
Yes.
And they would be like, there's no way.
Yes.
So talk a little bit about what was the catalyst for you wanting to contact Walnut Grove and say this story needs to be a part of the programming you do there.
Well, for me, going there and sharing that my family lived there and trying to explain, nobody believed. And so my mother, some years ago, she was trying her best to get us on in the history of the plantation. So my mother, she since has passed away in November of 2022. And I said, I'm going to try to work to get our family in the history of the plantation. I wanted to share my grandpa Henry, grandma Leela. They lived there for about 21 years. And I did not want that to become lost history. So I am happy that Lauren and the Historical Association thought it not robbery to include us within the history of the Walnut Grove Plantation.
And I was telling you, like, a lot of people of color, black people specifically, and have this weird relationship when it comes to going to plantations.
Yes.
And mostly because the stories of the people that look like us are not shared.
Right.
So the fact that this is going to be a part of what happens at Walnut Grove is going to be a major impact on people visiting the site. Miss Martha, tell us a little bit about what this means for you. I mean, you guys had a major family reunion, almost 200 people. I don't know if I have 200 people in my family to be able to come to the site. What does that mean for you?
Well, it means a lot to me, my mother started the family reunion, about 49 years ago. And so she included both sides of the family, for the reunion. And it just means so much to me, and being able to go back down to the plantation where I mostly grew up and played, and then my daddy would help my grandfather with the farming down there. And when it come time to pick cotton and all, he would take us down, to help with the.
And that was a part of the agreement of the family. Your family living there was the sharecropping and sharing of crops was
Absolutely.
A big part of that.
Yes.
Wow. I mean, so what happens in the future? Like when people go there, will there be, I know you brought some items here today, will there be like plaques and things there that are part of that story? How does that look going forward?
We are about to start a restoration of the manor house, so that's very exciting. And as part of that, yes, there will be, we're not sure if it's going to be a plaque or if it's going to be some photos. We're not sure exactly what it's going to look like, but there will be definitely something in recognition.
Awesome.
Yes.
In our last 20 seconds, we're looking at some of the photos of the family reunion. What would you say to folks, Thomas, to folks that are looking to dig up some of this history and share a different perspective of a lot of these stories and a lot of these sites we have? There was another side of that.
Mm-hmm. So for me, I am super excited because my family, the Fosters, were able to connect with the Moores and in a positive way. When they were living in a small home not far from the plantation. My grandfather, Henry, he went to the Moores and said, hey, we need a bigger house. And so I am just happy that we were able to be good renters of the property and now a part of the history.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing. Wish we had more time to talk to you guys, but we will have you back.